Hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I am your host, Francy Hall, and we are welcoming you today along with two of our guests. One of them is the president of Bremer Bank, Jason Eyberg. He will be joining us in a minute. And then we have coming up the Owatonna Air Show. We've got Dave Beaver talking with us about that. We want you to know that if you have any ideas for future shows, we would love to hear from you. Go ahead and contact us on Facebook or email us at owatonnatoday@charter.net so that we can get your ideas on the show. Stay with us after a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back for Jason Eyberg, from Bremer Bank about the early edition Owatonna corn feed. I need to read.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead and Company, certified public accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings from the Steele County Historical Society. We invite you to visit us and enjoy your county's history at the History Center and Village of Yesteryear. Check our website for current exhibits and monthly programs.
Welcome back. We are here with Jason Eyberg, president of Bremer Bank, locally here in Owatonna, and we're going to be talking about the Owatonna Early Edition Rotary Club corn feed. That time I got it right. It's a mouthful. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks for having me, Francy.
Well, thanks for being here. Obviously, you're a pretty busy guy, so we appreciate you coming. And you're here to talk about
the corn feed, our annual corn feed. Yep, next Tuesday, September 1st, at the Eagles Club again. We're looking forward to another successful year, and it always comes up fast. We plan and prepare ahead of time, and the fair kind of comes before the corn feed, and then after the fair, all of a sudden it's here and kind of hits us. But we're excited again to have it this year on the 1st of September.
Well, that's good, because after the fair, everybody's tired, so they would probably love to come out and get a meal that they didn't have to prepare or have it delivered to them. That's what I think I'm going to do. That sounds great.
Absolutely.
So tell us, Jason, as the president of Bremer Bank, how is it that you are involved with this? Because you've got a lot to do, so this is another thing on your plate.
Well, I'm involved with the Early Edition Rotary Club. We meet Wednesday mornings up at the fire hall at 7 o'clock in the morning. We get a nice breakfast, have a speaker each week, and a great group of friends and colleagues from the business community, and we do a lot of volunteering and service club work throughout the year. The corn feed happens to be one of our larger fundraisers that we do, and it's a lot of fun.
And remind us of what the funds raised for this, what they go to.
Sure, thanks. The three things primarily. The fireworks are something that we put on each year and fundraise for each year, so that is one. The Dolly Parton Imagination Library is another thing that we contribute to, and then we do the kindergarten book club donation, which happens each year in the spring. We get a chance to go out to the kindergartners in the community and read a book and provide books to them.
So will you actually go and sit down and read to a kindergartner?
We do, yeah.
You do?
Yep.
How fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Kids really enjoy it. We always, everyone in the club always looks forward to doing that.
I bet. And so does every kindergarten get a visit from someone from the Early Edition Rotary?
We do include each one, yep, and we try to coordinate schedules and get each person in the club to get out to each kindergarten class and read the books. So
read the books, and then you give them each a book?
They do.
The same book that was read, or a different book?
No, a lot of different books, a lot of variety, yeah.
Neat, neat. And what do you have to do with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library?
Yeah, so that's one that we brought on last year. Is also a group that we're supporting. It's newer to the community in the last couple of years, so we're happy to sponsor and promote them as well through our fundraising efforts.
Okay, great. Well, so what can we expect from this year's corn feed? What is on the menu?
Absolutely. Well, the corn is always the number one thing,
Sure.
and of course we've had a great growing season, so we expect the corn will be great. And I want to make sure to thank Lakeside Foods again for donating all the corn. They are very generous each year and allowing us to bring us out to a field and picking all the corn and bringing it back. And
You actually go out to the field? The early edition goes out and picks the corn?
they actually pick it for us. We bring
Okay.
a couple of trucks out there and
Okay.
they dump all the corn into the trucks for us, but we do end up shucking all of the corn
Do
the
you?
night before, and that's
That's
quite
good.
a task, but we have a fun time always. We have a great group that volunteers to come and shuck all the corn, and that's always the night before the corn feed. But the corn, of course, is the number one thing, but you get a
Locally grown here in
Yep,
Seal
right,
County,
right around.
Owatonna.
Yep, in local fields, absolutely. The chicken breast, bun, potato salad, water and or milk, and a cookie, and so it's a nice meal. We do both delivery, takeout. Well, actually, delivery, takeout, and eat in. We generally have about half and half as far as the delivery and the eat in. So we did about 750 meals last year.
Wow.
And
So how soon do people need to call you to either order for takeout or order for delivery?
As soon as possible is always great, and that allows us to plan and prepare the deliveries for the day. We do always get a few at the very end, but
Sure.
we do ask by 9 o'clock next Tuesday morning to have the orders in, and I think we'll be providing that contact information for
Yes.
folks to reach out and call and or place
Yes.
their delivery.
So today is not too early, people, and the number on your screen, 451-7970. Call if you want to order for delivery or for takeout, and it's $8.
It's $8, great price. We've kept the price the same over the years. We've been able to manage it at a great affordable price. The delivery is free. We do ask that we have a minimum of 5 orders, but generally that's a small number for the ones that do order and have deliveries. We've got a couple of local companies that do 30 or 40 meals.
And who's delivering these meals?
We have volunteers again through our Rotary
Yeah.
Club that are delivering the meals. The volunteers within the club are shucking the corn and working hard in the back in the kitchen. And the Eagles does a great job of helping us host the event.
Yeah, they host so many events in the community. It's a really good resource. And so what about the kiddos? How much is it for kids to eat?
For kids, I believe we are under 7 are free.
Okay.
And so we encourage kids to come out and have a free meal with their family and or others that are watching them for the day. And we always enjoy seeing the kids come out and eat. They always
Sure.
like the corn themselves.
Oh, everybody loves corn, but especially kids, because you
Yeah.
got to get it with your hands and make it all messy.
Yep.
How many members do you have in the early edition Rotary?
We have approximately 25 in our club, in the morning club. We will have some help from our noon club members as well, and so they meet Mondays at noon at the country club, and we get some help from them. But primarily our club on Wednesday we meet in the morning again at the fire hall at 7 o'clock, and we have about 25 members. And this is usually an event where all hands on deck, and everybody's there with their families and kids, from shucking corn to helping out on Tuesday during the
I
corn
love
field.
that. Oh my goodness. Shucking the corn, picking it up, shucking it, delivering it, cooking it, all of that stuff, and probably also serving and cleaning.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, that comes with the territory.
And what else does the Owatonna Early Edition Rotary do in our community? I mean, they raise funds, but you folks meet on a regular basis.
We meet Wednesdays. Yeah, we're a service club. We're part of the Rotary International group, and we generally have speakers each month. So we welcome speakers talk about any of their service clubs or organizations or nonprofits that they're involved in. They can always contact us or show up on a Wednesday.
So local organizations could contact you and talk about their organization as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
We generally have a nice little breakfast and then give 20-25 minutes to our guests for the day to visit about and bring us up to speed and help us learn about their club or organization.
Do you know who folks would call and what the number would be if they were interested in the Rotary, Early Edition Rotary?
Yeah, I don't have the number off the top of my
You
head,
can probably
but
look it up.
myself or Julie Rethmeyer
Okay.
is kind of handling our scheduling right now, so she's always a good contact. Mark Krug is our current president, and so there's some
great.
contacts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you know any of those individuals, give them a call if you're interested in the Rotary, or just you have a website?
We do
Or
have a
Facebook?
website.
Okay.
Yep, they can visit Owatonna Rotary.
Good, so they can
And a
look it up
Facebook
there.
page as well. So
can look
you
it
can go out to our Facebook page and like that
Great.
and see what our club is doing.
So, Jason, you're a busy man. You're the president of our local Bremer Bank.
Yeah.
What do you do? So you leave here after doing, you're going to be involved with this. What else? What do you do?
Yeah,
The rest of your day today.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
people might be interested to know there are people in our community doing such good things, but they have like full-time regular jobs. What else? What are you going to do
Yeah,
today?
I appreciate that. I do manage the bank here in town with Bremer, and I'm also our commercial lender, so I meet typically on a day-to-day basis with a lot of our local businesses in the community and work hard to develop new business and manage our current business that we have, and things are going really well, so I appreciate you asking about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have the president of the bank with us. That's kind of, that's neat that you took the time to do this. And isn't Bremer Bank, I heard this recently, it is a foundation that has a bank.
The foundation, the Otto Bremer Foundation owns Bremer Bank.
Yes.
Bremer Bank is a for-profit entity,
Sure.
and then pays dividends at the end of the year to the foundation, which then comes back to the communities that Bremer serves in and gives grants to nonprofits in those communities. So we are very much appreciative of the foundation being our owner.
I like that model. That is really neat. Is there anything else that we need to know? What else is this? It's funding the fireworks, right?
It is, and I appreciate asking that. We always want to make sure we thank Lakeside Foods, of course. We want to thank JC Press for printing all of our posters, our tickets, the Eagles Club for allowing us to host the event there. Of course, all of our volunteers and the Owatonna Today Show for giving us some time to promote the event.
Welcome.
And
you are welcome.
of course, all the people that come out and have the meals on Tuesday next week, that we appreciate their support. And
How many people are you preparing to feed?
we generally prepare for about that 750
750.
number. Yeah,
Okay.
we always look for hoping for more, and generally we have increased our numbers each year, so that's always good. We're amateurs in the food business. We're getting really good at the corn feed, but we're not professionals quite yet, and so we appreciate people's patience. We appreciate people's
Sure, so you're not fast food. It's a
understanding.
home-cooked meal, basically.
Exactly,
Right?
exactly.
Made with
And
love.
Once a year, we try to do the best we can at running a restaurant for a day, and
Oh, boy. And so the fireworks show, this is funding the 2016 fireworks show, correct?
It is our biggest fundraiser for the fireworks.
How much do you expect to raise?
Generally we between $4,000 and $5,000 from this event is raised from the corn feed.
Okay, great. Well, one more time, let's give the date, time, place, cost,
Okay.
so people know
So
all about it.
$8 for a chicken breast and all-you-can-eat corn and bun and potato salad, cooking and a beverage. It's at the Eagles Club. It's next Tuesday, September 1st.
Okay.
We serve from 11 until 2 p.m. We also deliver during those times as well. And we look forward to seeing as many people as we can out there. Or, like I said, if like you mentioned, we can deliver meals. If a minimum of 5
Great.
orders, we'll deliver them for free.
Terrific, and the number's on the screen for you there. Thank you so much, Jason,
Yeah.
for taking time out
Thank
of your
you,
day to
Francy.
visit with us. We appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
And thank you for joining us. Please come back. We are going to be visiting with the Owatonna Air Show and Dave Beaver. Stay with us after a word from our sponsors.
Recreational fires are allowed within the Owatonna city limits. They must be contained within a fire pit or a device designed for such use, and can be 3 feet in diameter and no more than 3 feet high. They must be 25 feet from a building or combustibles. Only untreated or unpainted woods must be used. Fires must be attended by a person at all times that are capable of extinguishing the fire. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hello, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Michael Mager with the Brick Mager Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home.
At Brickmaker, we are privileged to have served the families of Steele County community for 118 years.
Whether you choose traditional burial or cremation, we promise the tribute your loved one deserves with the peace of mind that you require.
We are proud to be part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. We are joined now by Dave Beaver, who is the manager of the Owatonna, I never know how to pronounce it, Dagner Airport?
That's right.
I did it right? Yay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep,
Well, welcome. And we're here to talk about.
Well, we got a lot of events going on this weekend, so I wanted to bring everyone up to speed on that and invite everyone to the airport this weekend because there's a lot of exciting things going on.
A lot of exciting things going on.
Yep.
So we've got the fly-in, drive-in breakfast on Sunday.
Yep.
And before that, there is an open house to meet John Klatt, who is an aerobatic pilot.
Yes.
Here at the Dagner
Yep.
Airport.
Yep.
Okay, great. Well, we got to learn more about those. But for the people who don't know, what exactly, Dave, do you do at the airport?
Well, I'll just touch on this briefly so I can talk about these events.
Of course, but people want to know, you know.
Because,
who's
but yeah,
talking to them?
I've been the airport manager out at the airport for close to 20 years now. And if you've been in Owatonna any amount of time, you know that this is a fantastic airport. So we're very fortunate. I'm very lucky to be in the position I'm in. We've got a great support staff, and the airport serves the community well. A lot of business aircraft come in and use the airport, so to me, it's a great place to be, and it's something that we can be proud of as a community.
Great. So who does fly in there?
Well, there's a lot of companies that use the airport for corporate transportation. So there's probably about 17 companies that we can always point to that own or operate corporate aircraft. They use it for business, or they bring in their customers or their clients. Mm-hmm. People get tired of trying to drive up to the Minneapolis airport and try to get on an airline on someone else's schedule when they can fly right into and out of this airport.
Well, I guess if you can, that would be awesome. That'd be pretty lovely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's 140 public use airports in the state of Minnesota, and I'm proud to say Owatonna's got probably the 13th longest runway. Our facilities are in great shape, and it serves the community well. We're one of 25 key system airports, is how it's classified in the national system. So we're pretty fortunate, and we have about 54 based general aviation aircraft there as well. People that own airplanes and want to put them in hangars. So
okay, general aviation,
Yep.
just people who've
Yep.
got their plane and
Yep.
you know.
And there's a variety of other uses from Minnesota DNR to State Patrol, medical uses, that kind of thing.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what the airport is involved in a fundraiser for the Civil Air Patrol. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the breakfast first. When is it?
Sure.
What time is it? And how much does it cost?
Sure. The breakfast is coming up this weekend. It's on Sunday the 30th, and it's always been the weekend after the fair. I was typically serve around 1,000 people. It's 7 a.m. to noon. You can buy your tickets in advance at Cashwise or Hy-Vee or Civil Air Patrol member. I should mention the breakfast benefits the Owatonna Civil Air Patrol Squadron. And this is a great group of kids. I shouldn't say kids because in some cases their members go up through high school, and then they've got other adult members too. But they're very community orientated. Their main mission, it's an Air Force auxiliary. It was formed years ago as a search and rescue arm for the United States Air Force. And now they still do that, but their mission has become more aerospace education and cadet programs for the kids. They learn about kind of the military rank and those kind of things too. So it's a good group. They do color guard for different community events, and it's just fun to have them on the airport. This is their one and only fundraiser of the year. So if you come on out, it's a really reasonably priced event. I think the tickets are $6 in advance or at the door. I think you can get them for $5.
They're $7. It looks
$7 at
like
the door.
$6 in advance and
Yep.
$7
Yep.
at the door. And it says here, kids age 5 and under eat free.
Yep.
Well, that's nice.
And we want the kids to come out because this is a fly-in, drive-in breakfast. So you can drive out from town, but you can also fly into the airport. And airports have done this traditionally for years. It's an event that brings airplanes in, and the public can come out and hopefully go see them.
And so what kind of planes might be flying in on a typical,
Sure.
one of these events?
Well, we've had airplanes up to 100 to 200 airplanes if you get a really nice morning.
That is a lot of traffic.
Yeah. It can be a headache.
Who manages the traffic?
Yeah, we have everyone's out there parking airplanes. We're watching people, making sure everything's safe, and it is. But more typically we get less than that. It really depends on the weather.
Sure.
If pilots wake up in the Minneapolis area, for example, and they see clouds in the sky, a lot of times they're not going to wait around a couple hours for that to clear out. They'll make other plans for the day.
Sure.
But we hope that it's going to be a crystal clear blue day and they'll come flying in.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, obviously you plan for the weather, so what can people do if indeed we don't get a lot of these other fly-in aircrafts?
Yeah, still, it's a great thing to do. It's a unique venue. You come out, we open up the hangar door. The CAP puts on just a fantastic French toast breakfast with sausage and cantaloupe and fruit and coffee. It's just
so we would be eating not on the airstrip, but we're eating inside the hangar. Okay, so that's
the big hangar doors will be open, and there's a lot of static displays that we'll put on. The RC Model Club comes out and they show off all their airplanes. There's different booths for people that have aviation type things for people to look at.
Okay, so if you're interested in planes or aviation in any way, it's going to be fun regardless of whether planes fly in or not. And this benefits the Civil Air Patrol. How much money does it usually raise?
Well,
what's a typical?
I'm not sure what their costs are for putting on the breakfast, but I know that they normally serve right around 800 to 1,000 people.
Wow.
So it's a good fundraiser for them. It goes to their squadron. They do a lot of great things for the community.
Wonderful.
I should mention there's also aircraft rides there too.
Oh, okay. So if I wanted to get a ride on a small plane, then I could do that. And is there a cost for that?
There will be a cost for that. Those rides are put on by Langer Aviation as a business on the airport, and I'm not sure what his costs are for that, but I think you have to sign up for a slot. It's always very popular.
And does some of that also benefit the Civil Air Patrol? Some of the
that's just for rides.
Just for rides.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a cost for those because of the gasoline.
Yeah, I think it's $25 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the day before, we want to talk about that. There is something else going on. Can you tell us a bit about that?
The day before, another fantastic event. Come on out Saturday, the 29th. John Klatt Air Shows is putting on a public open house and a 5K run. Now, this is the third year we've done the 5K, but this is the first year we've done it with John Klatt. We said, let's partner with John Klatt, the VFW, and the American Legion and put something on for our veterans. It's, they've served us, let's run for them. Let's do something for the veterans. And John Klatt, if you've probably seen the airplanes flying around the community. You've probably heard them. He's an aerobatic pilot. He's probably the best, one of the best in the country. He's a former F-16 pilot. He based his business in 2008 at our airport, John Klatt Air Shows. He's got about 7 full-time employees. And if you haven't seen what he does, this is your chance to come on out. He's going to be there signing autographs. He's going to be out there. You can register to win a once-in-a-lifetime aerobatic flight with him. The 5K is fantastic too. I mean, that's a great fundraiser for the veterans. When do you get a chance to run on the runway?
Sure.
I mean, we're going to have the lights on. It's a flat surface. If you're a runner at all, this is the place you want to be because it's going to be flat and lights. You can wear your glow-in-the-dark stuff. It'll be a lot of fun.
What time is that?
Registration starts at 5 o'clock.
In the morning?
PM.
Oh, good.
This is evening run. Yep.
I thought it was a morning thing. It was like 5 in the morning?
Yep.
Okay, good. 5 o'clock p.m. And then what time does the race start?
The 5K starts at 7:30.
7:30. Not a race, it's a run.
Yeah, the fun run for the kids is at 7:15, so you can get the kids out there too, and that's only $1.
Okay,
So-
and how long is that run?
That that's at 7:15.
It's a mile?
It's a 1 mile run,
Okay.
so
All right.
If you're like me, it's probably about 20 minutes.
About running?
But the kids, they'll be pretty quick. So.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh! And let's talk about the cost. Do you know what the cost is to register for this?
Yeah, as far as runs go, we want to keep it reasonable. We want people to come out, see what John does. He's going to have entertainment and food, lots of neat things to see. The cost of that of the run itself is $20 in advance. You can pre-register at johnklattairshows.com.
Okay.
Or at the door at $25.
Or $25,
Yep.
which actually for a fun run is really a pretty good price. And all that money benefits the, which two organizations?
American
The
Legion and the VFW,
and the
Steele County
VFW.
Veterans.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's really great. We appreciate it. So one more time, people, before we close here, John Klatt 5K Public Open House and Run is Saturday, August 29th at 7:30 p.m.
Yep.
And the day after is the Owatonna Fly-In Drive-In Breakfast. That's August 30th. And that, what time does that start again?
That's at 7 a.m. to noon.
7 a.m. to noon.
Yep.
Okay. And if you have questions about that, they should call you at what number?
You can call me at 507-456-5027.
Great. Thanks so much for being here, Dave. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to seeing John Klatt and his aerobatic plane flying around as well. Stay with us. After a word from our sponsors, we'll be back with our community announcements.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
I'm Deb Gillard. And I'm Sean McNulty with Brookdale Owatonna Senior Living Solutions. We are assisted living and Alzheimer's and dementia care communities here in Owatonna and formerly known as Clare Bridge and Sterling House. And we are proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back. We're here with your community announcements because we are your community connection here at the Owatonna Today Show. If you have been involved with the Little Theater at all in the past 50 years, I guess it is, because they're having their 50th anniversary, share your story because they are collaborating with the Steele County Historical Society for a special exhibit that will honor the Little Theater of Owatonna and their 50th anniversary. So contact them at info@littletheaterofowatonna.org. That will be a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to participate. I've been in a couple of those shows. The Steele County Clothesline is looking for volunteers to help sort clothes, take donations, and work in the store any day, Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. or Saturdays between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Contact the Clothesline at 451-2550 or just stop in and sign up there. Movies in the park. I think the last movie of the season is Friday, August 28th, and the movie is Big Hero 6. That starts at 9 o'clock at Central Park this Friday. We just had these folks on, and John Klatt 5K Run and Public Open House. Run the Runway to benefit Steele County veterans is Saturday, August 29th at 7:30 p.m. And then the next day at the airport as well as the Fly-In Drive-In Breakfast, and that starts at 7 a.m. to noon, Sunday, August 30th. Thanks so much for joining us. Do come back and join us again later in the week here. We're going to have... Thanks for joining us today. Please come back and join us on Wednesday when our guest will be the Steele County History Center talking about their farm-to-table experience. Join us then, and we'll see you then.